Hi, and welcome to Rabbit and Moon Tarot. My name is Angel, and I'll be doing a collective read today. Now, if you've been with me before, you'll know that I've put chapter markers in the description box below and in the timeline. And if this is your first time here, thank you so much for taking a chance on my teeny tiny little channel. All likes, shares, and subscribes are deeply appreciated because it helps other people find my stories. Now, I'll put a chapter marker here because there's a little bit of a tarot intro for those who are new to my channel and are new to tarot. If you are ready just to go right to the reading, if you're on your laptop or computer, you can choose the chapter, but if you're on your phone, if you double tap with 2 fingers on the right side of the screen, it should take you to the next chapter. Okay, so tarot and oracles are tools for self-reflection. They're only meant to help guide you when you're making decisions using your own inner moral compass in pursuit of your own particular brand of happiness. Now, I'm an intuitive reader, and I know the tarot, and I'll read oracles, but sometimes I get more messages from my guides, my ancestors, and the universe, at large. There's only so many cards in a deck, so sometimes when a card comes out and I have a message that doesn't seem to exactly line up with the card, it's because either my ancestors or my guides have affixed a meaning. And the thing is, because there's only so many cards in a deck, the card that comes out is the closest approximation to the message that my ancestors or guides are trying to communicate. It's up to me to interpret or translate as the reader, and it's up to you to decide whether or not it resonates. So resonating is like having a heart pluck moment. It's like when you hear something I say, it doesn't have to be the whole reading, but it could be even just a little nugget of truth in there for you, where it makes you think of a person, place, thing, event. You think, oh my gosh, this happened to me last year, or this is happening to me right now. Or I've been thinking this for a really long time and I haven't told anyone about it, and yet here it is in a reading. That is what resonating means. It's automatic. There's no downtime. You would know. It speaks right to you. You're not trying to make it fit to your situation. That's how you know. And sometimes I've seen in other people's tarot channels that there's always those obligatory people that are like in the comments being like, you don't know what you're talking about. And the thing about that is we're all general tarot readers on YouTube using, we're thousands of different readers using thousands of different cards. And so when anybody clicks on a reading, it's always considered a general because it's not personal. It's not one-on-one. And we are tapping into all these different types of energy. So if someone clicks on our video, whether it be me or any of the other lovely tarot readers on YouTube, and they get kind of head up and triggered by one of the 1,000 readers reading thousands of cards, a lot of the time it has to do more with the fact that there was a heart pluck moment that maybe they weren't counting on, and that maybe it got them, on their back foot and made them feel defensive. And shadow work is not easy. Doing the inner work to figure out what your wants, needs, desires, your wounds, your triggers are, that's not easy, but it's always beneficial. So if that happens, I encourage you to sit in the feeling and being like, okay, so I just clicked on a general reading from one of the thousands of different readers reading thousands of different cards, and this particular message got me all in my feels. Why? Sometimes you have to point the arrow inward and be like, what's going on with me? But most importantly, you are the maestro of your own destiny. I believe in fate and destiny, I do, but I believe they only take you so far. It's kind of like you're co-creating your story with the universe, or fate, or destiny. It can take you to different opportunities, different timelines, different outcomes based on decisions that you make. It's kind of like you're running a stage show. The universe can provide you the costuming, the setting, the possibilities to write different stories. But what are you going to write as the playwright, as the author? How are you going to show up in your own life? Are you going to be a main character? Or are you going to write yourself in as a side character? If an opportunity gets presented to you, all it is being presented to you. You make the decision to take the opportunity or to pass it by. You decide whether or not you speak up for yourself and you stand in your truth, or you hang back and kind of let things happen. It's all up to you. Just remember that you are your own maestro of your destiny. You have full autonomy and free will, and you're co-creating. So what do you want to write? Okay, so let's get into the pre-shuffle. I'm going to be doing it a little bit different because IRL life schedules have changed, and so I only have a certain allotment of time to do readings now. It might change again over the course of weeks or months, but as it is right now, it's a little bit different. And so what I'm going to be doing is I'm going to be using this deck that I call my library. It is an amalgamation of so many different oracles. It is a huge box. And so I'll be using that to intuit a lot of readings. We're still going to do pre-shuffle. So let's just get into it. Let's see how this goes. Okay, let me make sure I have this all set up. All right. So pre-shuffle. Let's see how the collective is feeling today. And when I say pre-shuffle, for those who are new, it is basically the state of mind that the collective is coming into the read. Like maybe what you were dealing with, throughout the week or throughout the weekend. Okay, so we have withdrawn, single, lonely, and solitary. I heard just now, yes, this could be for singles. Absolutely. Absolutely. But there's something to be said about the feeling of being alone when you're not actually alone. For some reason, sorry, and also pardon my voice. It's a little bit scratchy because I think I might be getting a cold. I don't know. So sorry about the gravelly voice. But there's something to be said about. Oh, okay. So yes, you could be single. Absolutely, you could be single, and kind of that like rigmarole of trying to, if you're in the dating game, like if you're, some people are totally happy single and are thriving, flirty and 30 and thriving, or whatever that movie is called. But for a lot of people, it isn't a joyous time. It's a time of reflection, and reflection is hard, just like I outlined in the tarot intro, that looking inward is hard. Maybe they're single because it's been a while since they connected someone in a real way. Maybe you're single because a relationship recently ended. Maybe you feel lonely, even though you're surrounded by friends, family, maybe even a relationship, because there may be something that you're dealing with internally that you don't feel like you can share with a lot of other people. So we're dealing with a collective right now that feels, I heard, I don't really have an outlet to talk about. Time. Afraid it's too late to take action. Okay. What I'm hearing right now, if this is about, oh boy, I'm getting two very distinct energies. One of, it's too late for me to go back to school. It's too late for me to change my job. It's too late for me to reconcile with that person, to be in a relationship. It's too late for me to find the one. There is a lot of this. It's, like it says, it's too late to take action. But for some reason in this, it doesn't feel like too late to take action. It feels like the collective feels like it's too late for them to achieve something. Whether or not this is because you feel like age is holding you back, like lack of opportunity. Sorry, I was trying to hear what it was saying. Lack of opportunity, or feeling like your time to blossom or your time to shine is over. But my guides are like really kind of spicy right now. They're like, that is absolutely not true. Like they're very, I just heard it's never too late to start over. You're never too old. It's never too late to start over. Okay. We're going to get one more. Okay, well, we have two. So we'll take them both. So we have beginnings, try again, new directions, start over. It's never too late to start over. And recognition, admiration for your hard work is coming. Absolutely. Collective, you may be like, I'm feeling very like Nine of Swords energy. where you all are like in your thoughts, kind of doing the introspection, right? Looking retrospectively at your life and recognizing that certain events have happened. But just because those certain events have happened, whether or not it's an ending of a relationship, the loss of a job, or a disconnection from a friend group or a collective, does not mean that you are now out there on that branch alone. Like I heard in my head from my guides, you're never too old, it's never too late, you can always start over, or it's never too late to start over. And there is something that you have been doing currently that will get the focus put back on you. Like if you feel like you've been out of the spotlight, and I don't mean truly the spotlight as in fame, but if you feel like the universe has just been overlooking you, you feel like life has been handing you a hand of some real crap cards. What you've been going through is part of, there's something about learning a lesson to believe in yourself, and that recognition of all the work you're doing, because I do feel like this is a collective that has been doing a lot of self-work. That recognition is going to be coming in soon. Okay, so let's go ahead and, so collective, the pre-shuffle energy is feeling, I want to say it, single. You're feeling a little isolated. You feel like it's too late. My chances gone by to get this job, to change my career, to get it, to be in a relationship that fulfills all the needs that I need to be in, or fulfill all the needs that I need to have fulfilled to feel balanced and whole and appreciated and seen. Or maybe you feel like it's too late to start a new project. It's too late to learn that language. It's too late to start traveling. Whatever it is, there is this energy of the collective kind of pulling into themselves. I do feel like it is a group of singles. Regardless of whether or not this is romantic, it does feel like the energy is pulled in, single, and or feeling very lonely because they, like, you can't communicate this to people. Like if you feel like they wouldn't understand. And so for the small group that isn't single, this is like having a passion or desire to experience something new, whether it's travel, career, maybe it's a new relationship, who knows. But you feel like you're in this tiny little circle that you can't discuss this with people around you because they're too connected to things that would feel the upheaval if you were to all of a sudden change your career, start being a jet setter and traveling, or wanting a new relationship. So this is a tough energy. I'm not gonna lie. So let me go ahead and let's get some cards to start for the oracle. We're gonna go into the reading proper now. There's some starting oracles to help us catch a vibe of what the collective is going through. Not today. Boundaries, hurt, avoiding conversations, not dealing upset. Again, this has a lot to do with that feeling of, and it may not even have to do anything with these terms that it came up with the not today. For me, it's like the collective is there's a possibility for a change, like to travel or to change your career or to be part of a collective or to endeavor upon the terrifying ordeal of being known on a dating profile. This not today is like, you know what? No. Like either A, you're like, not today. This is not something I'm ready for yet because you're pulled in internally. But more likely you feel like the not today is like as if it's not your time. Like you feel like like the universe has put you on ice or has put you on the back burner for whatever reason. But at any rate, it feels like it's either you feel like it's not your time to do this, or you feel like the universe has kind of like overlooked you a little. What else we have? Listen to your body, mentally and physically unwind. Okay. So this kind of plays more into the fact, let me move this back a little bit. This plays more into the fact that while you may be feeling alone or lonely, or that like maybe even the universe or life has kind of overlooked you, or that you've lost an opportunity to change a career, to travel, to move into a more fulfilling relationship, whatever it is, there's a part of you that, like I said, does not recognizes that it's not the right time yet. That there's a certain, I'm getting Four of Swords energy, there's a certain amount of recuperation that needs to happen. It's kind of like when you think about like animals in the wild. If an animal in the wild gets injured or becomes really exhausted to the point of like fatigue, the first thing they're going to do is to go to a place that they feel safe, whether it's their burrow, their den, or a place that's tucked away from everything, and they hunker down and they heal and they sleep. Or like bears that go into hibernation, they sleep in preparation for the spring. There's something about the need, like recognizing, okay, I I kind of feel like the universe has kind of overlooked me a little bit. But there's also this sneaking suspicion that you even feel like, even though I want to change my career, I want to travel, I want a different relationship, or I want to find somebody who like sees me for who I am, it's it's not quite time yet because I have to take care of me first. So, like I said in the beginning, there may be something in the past, like you've gone through a series of things that have been sort of disappointing, that you feel that the universe has kind of forgotten about you, that you need to rest from. But life is the biggest classroom and it teaches us our lessons. So there's things that you've gone through that you are actively learning from in your rest period. You went through whatever you went through. Now you're in the rest period. It's almost like as if you on a like a 5D level, subconsciously, even if you want to travel or to change your career, you know that there's certain steps that need to be taken first. Healing, preparing yourself, like what's that term, setting yourself up for success. In order for that to happen, you have to take care of yourself first. Okay, let's see what else we have. Friendship. There is, and also with these hands, hold on, let me see those hands. Holding hands. um there's something really important about, I just heard the network of friends. Okay, no, that makes sense. Okay, so you all are feeling kind of dealt a crummy hand, right? You feel like your time has passed, it's too late for you, you can't go back to school, you can't change your career, and it's too late to find the one or whatever. But that's not true. You're never too old, it's never too late to start over. You can always, life is people. In life, we are not static, we're always constantly growing, changing, progressing. But even when you're feeling alone, like you can't really talk about this to anybody, Spirit is saying that's not true. The network of friendship, there's something about you feeling that's not quite ready yet. You're not quite ready to move on, or it's not the right time because you need to rest. And while I think that's absolutely true, if your gut instinct is, wait, okay, I'm not quite ready yet, there's things that I need to take care of, there's things that I need to heal, there's something about this network of friendship that has the answer to what you're looking for. It's like, it may be that you're looking too far out. You're looking like, oh, I would have to put out my resume to Indeed, or I'd have to, put myself on a dating profile, and I'm totally not with that. Or I I want to train to be like a chef or something like that, and I have no idea how to start that, where to look, what are even good and reputable schools. There's something about your network of friendship that the answer is The answer is in that network of friendship. But again, because at the beginning we had like this energy of feeling alone, feeling lonely, feeling cut off. It's like you feel like you can't talk to anybody about that, but that's not true. Spirit is saying that there is someone in your network, your little sphere of friends that can help you, that may even hold the answer to what it is that you want to pursue. Is it a job? Maybe they know someone who works at a company that would, treat you better, pay you more. Maybe they know how to get into the culinary arts because they went to that same school, or their brother, sister, mother, whoever, they know how to get into school, what needs to be done to get to school. Maybe they know someone who's a travel agent. Maybe they are a travel agent and they can help you start your jet setting career. Maybe they know somebody who knows somebody who would link up with you at like, you know, some sort of little cocktail party mixer, that you meet the person that you want to be with, the person who would understand you. There's something very heavy on this friendship that the answers are close. Okay, the answer is closer than you think. Okay, the last card we have is success. It's your time to shine. Success from what you pour your heart into. Oops, pardon me, candle. All right, so there. Okay, all right. That's the message. That is absolutely the message. You're feeling like life has passed you by, has dealt you a crap hand. You don't know where to start. But even when it comes to starting, you're feeling like, okay, I'm not quite ready yet. Like internally, you know that there's something more. You need to take time for yourself to heal yourself. Don't rush healing yourself. Make sure you feel ready, right? It's what's needed. And there's someone in your friend group who can help you on the journey to who you want to become, where you want to be, and how you want to build your romantic life. Success seems to be on the horizon. So let's get some cards to describe what is the challenge first. Let's see what the challenge is under this Not Today card. Okay, so we have that. It wants to... Nope, doesn't want to fall out. Hold on, let me move these up because I feel like I'm going to grab a couple more cards than I anticipate. Okay, the card wanted to come out, but it didn't. It wouldn't even flip over for me, so there we go. Seven of Wands under Not Today. This is about Seven of Wands is about defending your position, defending what you want to do. And a lot of the time when I see this card, this is about you've decided something for yourself or for your life or for your job or for your family or for your relationship that you believe in, but that there are people who are pushing back against you. Again, this has a lot to do to that feeling that we had at the beginning of the reading, that the collective is feeling like, I can't talk to anybody about this, because you feel like if you were to say something, this is your challenge, okay? Because you feel like if you said something to anybody, that you would have to, like, it's you against the world. Everyone is pushing back on what you want. But there's a difference, and I know you know this. I know I don't have to say this, but there's a difference between perception and reality. You may think that everyone would not understand where you're coming from, that would not support your decision to change your career, go back to school, become a traveler, blogger, strive for a healthier relationship. And I'm not gonna lie, there may be some that might balk at your decision or be like, are you sure you know what you're doing? Maybe there might be a couple of those, but it's not everyone. You're not going to be surrounded by people and you have to like defend yourself against it, because we have this friendship card. This is telling me that there is somebody who absolutely wants to support your growth and support you to where you can find success in the way that you want it for in your life. Okay, so let's see. What's the challenge for this rest card? Why did I just hear forever alone? That's what I heard. The challenge for the rest card is like, it feels like, if you look at the Lovers card, I don't have the Judgment card up right now, but the Lovers card and the Judgment card are very, very similar. The Lovers card are two people looking up at this angel, blessing their union, showing that there is a soul connection between those two people. With the Judgment card, it is the same type of angel up here, and there are people down here that they're all looking, so they're understanding the call. Now, the reason why the block or the challenge to the rest is you keep feeling that if you take time to rest, that you will miss your chance, that you'll miss the call. That if you take time for yourself first, that your chance at love, chance at a career, chance at, education or jet setting is gone because you're too busy healing yourself. And it's actually the opposite. If you don't take time for yourself, the goal of you uniting with someone, getting the job that you want, being able to put in order the life that you want, gets farther and farther and farther back because you have to heal yourself first. But it's hard to see that when you feel like, if I take myself like out of like the rat race for a second, just focus on myself. And I don't mean stop working, stop talking to people, but really focus on yourself, not to worry about doom scrolling or being in the latest drama that's happening at the water cooler at work. You know what I mean? Like pulling back your energy and focusing on yourself. And there's something about the challenge is that if you do that, that you will miss somehow the opportunity to get your life going in the way that you want. But that's I feel like that's actually counterintuitive. I keep hearing from the universe, by you constantly trying to heal and then stopping because you're like, well, wait a minute, what if I miss the call? Starting healing and stopping, starting healing and stopping, that's what's actually delaying you from attaining what you want. Focus on yourself. When you focus on yourself, you focus on healing and you realize, I need to feel good and safe and happy within my own body so that the universe understands I'm ready to receive. If I'm constantly looking to be like, has my chance come? You're delaying your own success. Like, focus on yourself. Focus on healing. Okay, what's this challenge with the friendship? So we have Queen of Wands in reverse. How, this can't be any obvious to me. The Queen of Wands is about making things happen. The Queen of Wands is basically the magician in the minor arcana. You can call her the sorceress, the witch, the great manifester, whatever you want to call it. But the challenge you have is you feel like your friends actually can't help you. Like I'm hearing, mahalo for listening, but you can't actually help me. I don't think that you can help me. And here's the thing. You thinking that they can't help you is different than from them actually being able to help you. This goes back to this energy right here where you feel like you're self-isolating. Part of that is healing, but part of that is not wanting to tell people your dreams. And it's like, if you want to work towards something, it's always nice to have a support system. But over here, we have that energy of like, I can't tell anybody. They won't understand. I'll have to fight them the whole way. I have to prove my point and say why it's valid. And it's too much energy to constantly wrestle with my family, friends, partner, coworkers as to why I want to do this. I don't want to have to defend myself as to why I'm making decisions in my life. And you're absolutely right. You don't have to defend yourself. You choose to do that. You know what I mean? You don't have to defend yourself to anyone. Your life is your life. You make a decision, someone doesn't like it, too bad. That is your life. You decide that you want to engage with someone and be like, well, this is the reason why I'm doing it, because in a way that's, okay, I'm sorry. In a way, when you stand there and try to constantly defend why you've made a decision, there's a small part of you that doesn't even believe it in yourself, which is why you're defending it. If you truly believe in something, if you truly want something, if something is truly your desire, and someone says, you made that decision, why? Because that's what I want to do with my life. Well, I think that's stupid. Well, I don't take this wrong, collective, but it's like, you don't give a fuck what they think, because it's your life. So this energy of I don't want to talk about, I'm going to pull inwards, a little bit of self-isolation. I'm not going to talk to anyone about, because I would have to defend myself. But one, that's not true, because we have a friend group here that would be able to support you. Two, maybe spend more time focusing inward to be like, why am I defending myself to someone about, or some people about what I actually want? Do I not even believe it for myself? I feel like you all do. Why am I hearing something about validation? if you're going to tell someone you want them to be on the same page, you got to let that go, because you can't make all the people happy all the time, but you can make some of the people happy some of the time. You have to focus on yourself. With this friendship, again, this kind of energy, you don't really feel like they can actually help you. You think it's kind and it's noble, and that they're a good friend for trying to help, but they can't actually help you. And in the situation that I'm talking about, if it's career, if it's a job, if it's about wanting to be a jet setter, about finding a new relationship, that kind of stuff, they can. Now, I'm sure there's going to be situations that I can't see that maybe your friends can't help. Like physically, like if you're dealing with like a medical issue, your friends can't actually help, but they can give you support. There is help in different categories. But what I'm speaking about specifically is that feeling that the collective is in, that they don't feel like it's too late, that their time has passed. They don't have the opportunity. They think about it. They don't want to talk to anybody about it because they feel like they have to defend themselves. They feel like they're not quite ready. And so they're in healing, but the challenge is constantly like turning around to be like, am I missing it? Am I missing the call? And having a friend group that actually can help you. There is someone there who can help you, but the challenge is that you can't see it. You don't believe it. Or you think, oh, it's nice that they want to help, but I'm not gonna ask them for help. Oh. The challenge for your success is feeling like you are lacking some sort of resource, or maybe you do have a lack of resource, like maybe you're tight on money, or maybe you're tight on time. Maybe it requires a certain level of education or experience. You feel like you're too out of the qualifications to reach the success, but that, again, it is not true. If you have a lack of time or money, it takes planning. Maybe that's when you talk to your friends and ask them, hey, any ideas? Could you help? Is there some way I could allocate more time for myself? Could you like watch the kids for 2 hours? Do you know someone who's hiring part-time? Can you just be there for me to help me, like, fix my house? Would you help me repaint I don't know what it is, but there is help here. What's hindering your success is believing that you are in a lack mentality, that you lack the experience, the money, the time, the help. I feel like one of the biggest hindrances to your own success is your own belief in self. I'm just going to put it out there like that. And that's the biggest hurdle outside of like money and like, ability, like time. One of the biggest hindrances is ourself when wanting to obtain the goal, because it starts with us to even want to take that step forward towards our goal. If we want something, but we're constantly downplaying our achievements or our ability, or for some reason age is a factor, or some reason, experience is a factor. It starts with us first. Before we take any action, we are the first line that we have to pass. And if we are constantly telling ourselves, I'm not ready, or I'm too old, or it's too late, or I'm too alone, or I don't have enough money, or I don't have enough time, if you already having those thoughts, you've already put up the first block to your own success. Regardless of your socioeconomic standing, regardless of your situation in life, relationship, friends, coworkers, the first hurdle you have to get through is yourself. And this feels like that is the biggest hurdle. Because again, I'm hearing friendship. There's something about the friendship network that that holds the key or a step to your success. Like working with your friends isn't going to cause your success, but asking your friends for whatever, helping and reaching out to your friends starts the snowball effect to your success. But if you don't believe that they can help you, you don't even ask them. You're not talking to anyone because you feel like you'd have to push back and defend yourself, and you just keep it to yourself. Well, that is another barrier to your success. Okay, so let's ask the universe, what does the universe want to tell the collective? What is something the universe wants you to know? Truth. Under the not today, I'm not quite ready, I'd have to defend myself, we have truth. The universe is asking for you to remove yourself from, wow, I just remove yourself from yourself or from your life in the sense that, let's, okay, hold on. I want to make sure I got this right. It's remove yourself from yourself, i.e., if there were no job barriers, no cultural expectations, no societal expectations, no monetary like gating, no age gating, if you could do whatever it is you wanted that you're talking about that you can't, you're not ready for, you need to heal from, that friends can help you. If you could have it like that, remove all barriers. Don't hold yourself back from this exercise. If you could remove every single barrier that you feel is in your way to get what you want, what is it that you want? Be so for real about what it is you actually want. Because there is a bigger chance than you actually think that this is closer than you actually think. But again, I was talking about how like the first block to moving towards anything, regardless of what it is, the first block is ourselves. We have to move past our egoic mind. And I don't mean arrogance. I'm talking about our mind that like is shaped by society and media and cultural expectation and belief systems that kind of like want to put us into this little box and tell us what we need to do to be a fully functional, successful adult, how to be a boon to society, how to stay beautiful for people, how to stay fit for people, how to be the best version of yourself as according to media, social expectations, culture, blah, 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 blah. Put all that stuff aside. If you could have what it is that you wanted, write out what your goals, write out what your goals are. They're not as extreme as you think they are. And it's not too late. You're not too old. It's never too late to start over. It's very pertinent. Spirit is like, you need to know exactly what it is that you want. Without your own, I just heard without your own hindrance. Okay, this turned around in the deck. Didn't want to come out. The Three of Swords. The universe is recognizing your broken heart, your disappointment, your frustrations. Again, whatever happened in the past, these experiences that led up to this point where you feel alone, where you feel like it's too late, you've lost an opportunity, that you can't reconcile with that person, that you don't have time or the money for new education, to make a career change is too much, to become a travel vlogger is too, improbable. All those frustrations, all those disappointments, all those heartbreaks, the universe sees it. It's okay. Yeah, I'm hearing it's not that we don't see it. What is it the universe wants to say? There are going to be some changes. Universe says there are going to be some changes. There need to be some changes. And the first one is self-doubt. Remember, you felt like there's a certain amount of rest and healing that you need to do. But your challenge is you're constantly looking to be like, am I missing the call? Am I missing that connection? And by constantly popping in and out of healing, like let's say healing is very literally going to therapy. Let's say you're going to therapy for like 3 days a week or 3 times a month. And then you just stop going all of a sudden. And you don't go for like a month or two. And then you go once in 1 month and you stop. And then you go 3 times in 1 month and then you stop. And then you go, you know what I'm saying? You're popping in and out of therapy. The progress that you would make if you consistently go to a counselor, consistently go to therapy, consistently seek help or healing or meditating or practicing mindfulness or eating clean, whatever it is. If you're popping in and out of that self-care, you're slowing down your own progress. The universe is like, something needs to change. In order to get your truth, you need to really be ready to make changes within yourself. Again, healing isn't just talking about your traumas and your wounds. Healing is also I want to make sure I get this right. Healing is not just talking about your traumas and your wounds. Even if you feel like you're not strong, you survived all of the trauma and the wounds. You're there at that appointment. You're here today listening to this. You have strength because you're a survivor. Part of healing is not just recognizing the wounds and the trauma, it's also recognizing and understanding you deserve better for yourself, both in how you treat yourself, how you think about yourself, and allowing love and praise and positivity to come into your life. I'm hearing deflection. I hear like you're not the type of person that accepts compliments very well. Something needs to change. This kind of thought pattern needs to change. And it's going to feel like an upheaval. It's going to feel like things are crashing down around you because you're getting rid of shit you don't need to be holding with you. The feeling of isolation, the feeling that you're not ready, the feeling that you're too old, you feel like it's too late. All that shit just needs to go because it's another barrier that you're putting in front of yourself, stopping yourself from success. The universe is being very, very, what's the word? Very clear and concise. What is it that you want? Be clear about what it is you actually want. Removing all inhibitions, blockages, and like challenges. What is it you want? If you could have it, what is it you want? Okay, so in order to have that, we need to change how you think about yourself. Because again, the first block is ourselves. If we don't even believe that we deserve it, if we believe we're too late, if we believe we're not worthy, that is the hugest block in our lives. That needs to change in a huge way. Okay, so what does the universe want to say about these friends? Oh, let me show you what it is. Knight of Pentacles. Okay, so here we have your friendship network holds the key, holds the big step to getting to your success. Your challenge is that you don't believe that they could help you. Like I'm hearing, that's sweet of them, but they really can't help me. Like how would they help me? Universe is like, tapping on your friend group, finding those who love and support you, who understand and see you, is your key to your abundance. Knight of Pentacles energy. Look at this person. They're just confident and living their life. The friendship card is, okay, hold on. Okay, what I'm hearing is the friendship card, your friend network. There's someone that you know that cares about you, that can help you in your step to success. But also, yes, that's true, but also the universe is saying you have an abundance of love around you, whether it's from one person or a couple of your friends. You have abundance around you of people who love and cherish you. And by tapping your friend network to be like, hey, I need some help. Could you watch the kids? Can you help me with my house? Can you help me navigate how to become the video blogger, whatever, like ask them for help. They're a resource. That also leads to your abundance. Okay, last card. The Fool card. Believe in the journey. The Fool card, if you look at it, they're at that cliff. They're looking at their dog. They're moving forward. They're not worried about what's happening around them or in front of them. And depending on the reading, it can be fool acting foolish, or the fool looking at the unknown and being like, whatever, let's just do it. You know what I mean? They're not, pardon me, I just hit my microphone. They're not daunted by the fact that they can't see the way in front of them. They trust in the adventure. They trust in themselves. They believe in themselves. They've got everything that they need. They have their wand to manifest. They have a bit of earth for stability. They have friendship. You know what I mean? Their arms are open to the air. They're letting, their intellect and logic guide them as they go through. They've got the sun here with happiness. Like, depending on how you want to look at it, and the cards that are around it, the Fool can be, untested energy. And also could be the willingness to go into the unknown with your vibrations high and wanting the best. And what you put out into the universe is what you get back. So let's get a card for the collective. We'll just get one from the vibrational match deck. Okay. So we have Be your own kind of beautiful. Love yourself unconditionally. Confidence is sexy. Signature style. Comfortable in your own skin. Avoid comparing yourself to other people. Beauty is in the eye of the beholder. True beauty comes from inside out. Work on any insecurities. You are perfect the way you are. I'm going to put that there. And that is the reading for today. Thank you so much for stopping by and being here for this reading. I really appreciate all likes, shares, and subscribes. But most importantly, I couldn't do any of this without you, because I get the message from the collective. So what's most important to me is your time and energy here. I'm ever so thankful for that. This is Rabbit and Moon Tarot. My name is Angel, and I will see you at the next reading.